First one is Maki sushi with egg roll and Karaage bento. First, we will make a side dish with this spinach. As usual, Japanese spinach is such a big one. You can cut them after boiling, but I prefer to cut them first. Wash especially well because there is a lot of dirt in the root. Or in boiling water for 1 minute. This will remove the unique acidity of Japanese spinach. After 1 minute, drain the hot water and let cool. I had some chicken frozen, so I used it to make karaage. It should be completely thawed before use. I usually use soy sauce as my main seasoning, but today I use my favorite seasoning, Shan-tan. Add grated ginger, grated garlic, Shan-tan. This is a delicious stock powder that combines meat and vegetable extract with various seasonings. Also add sake and a little soy sauce. Mix well. Leave it in the fridge while you make other dishes. Next, make a simple stir fry with the leftover vegetable in the fridge. I use Kabocha squash, bell peppers, and eggplant. You can make it with your favorite vegetables. Since the kabocha is hard, fry it by itself first. I added a little olive oil. When lightly browned on both sides, add eggplant. When the eggplant is mostly cooked and soft, add bell peppers. Add miso paste, mirin, and butter. I used mirin to make it easier to spread miso, but you can add a little sugar or honey instead. Now that the spinach has cooled, squeeze it by hand to remove the water. If the squeezing is not done properly here, the finished product will be messy, so make sure to squeeze well. Add ground sesame, rice vinegar, soy sauce, salt, and sugar. If the taste is too weak, add more soy sauce or salt. This is the egg used for maki sushi. The key is to use only one egg. Add a pinch of sugar or salt to taste. Put the eggs in fry pan with just a little oil, a little at a time. Roll quickly to form a cute onigiri shape. The key is to roll it so that there are no cavities. The biggest key is to mold the eggs while they are hot. Wrap the egg in plastic wrap or parchment paper and form a triangle like this. Make 3 corners by pressing it against the cutting board or the like. Then leave it like this for a while. Please cook rice as usual. Since the vinegar is not mixed in today, the consistency of the rice should be normal. Add a little sesame oil and salt. You can add a little more sesame oil to taste. I could have added white sesame seeds. Let the rice cool before making maki sushi. I think the chicken has soaked up a good amount of flavor, so I put on the flour and potato starch. Mix an equal amount of flour and potato starch before coating the chicken. Fry them in oil. As always, I fry them on one side at a time, taking about 3 minutes each side because I don't have a lot of oil. It was the first time I seasoned the Shan-tan as the main ingredient, and it was very well received by my husband. Finally, we will make Maki Sushi. Prepare a seed of nori seaweed. Spread the rice thinly. The only ingredient is the egg I just made, so it's easy. Wrap from the front. Using plastic wrap like this, it's possible to do without a bamboo mat. It's best to let it sit for a bit before cutting. I wanted to make the egg look like a rice bowl. It will be completed later with small nori seaweed. Pack them in the bento box. It's perfect if you put a small piece of nori on it like this. Next one is 3 onigiri with 5 side dishes bento. Since there are many side dishes this time, I used some that I had made and left over from another day. First, make a side dish using this seaweed called hijiki. Hijiki is a nutrient-rich food with calcium, dietary fiber, and beta-carotene. The similar dish I am about to make is the most common hijiki dish in Japan. Basically, this is salt-dried, which is then soaked in water for 20 to 30 minutes. While it's soaking, make other dishes. Half of these carrots are used for hijiki, and the other half is stir-fried for another side dish. Cut it like this. This is the first time I bought this vegetable. Seems to be a daikon that can be used in salad. I bought it because the color is so pretty. Half will be made into daikon sticks. The other half will be pickled, and it will appear at the next bento recipe. Fry carrots in sesame oil. Sprinkle salt and pepper. Add grated garlic, ground sesame, and soy sauce. These seasonings makes carrots very tasty, and you can eat a lot of them. Lightly fry daikon radish in olive oil. It can be made without oil. Add a little butter and soy sauce. Add beet sugar. Please use honey or sugar. It may be recommended to eat it raw, but it was also delicious this way. You can make these daikon sticks with regular white daikon. Now that the hijiki has absorbed enough water, it's ready to be cooked. Drain water thoroughly. Hijiki does not have a strong smell, but it's fried in sesame oil to remove the smell. Fry for a few minutes and season. Add sake, mirin, soy sauce, sugar, and dashi powder. There's quite a bit of a liquid here, so we boil it down. After stirring for a few minutes, add the beans. This is a bean mix which contains a variety of beans, but you can add whatever you like. When I cooked this in soup before, the beans got crushed, so this time I turned off the heat immediately. The preheating also evaporates the juice and allows the beans to soak up the flavor nicely. Here I realized that I had not added carrots. Normally, right after frying hijiki, carrots are also added and stir-fried in oil, but I forgot to do so, so I fry them in separate pan. When cooked, transfer to a pan of hijiki. In fact, it's better to cook the carrots with hijiki to soften them, but this will do for now. Stir and let sit for a while to allow the carrot to soak up the flavor. It's done. Next, I'll introduce a dish that uses this lotus root, renkon. Thinner slices are easier later. Since the meat to be placed inside is not yet ready, soak it in vinegar water to prevent the color from changing in the meantime. Today we will use ground chicken. You don't need potato starch with this meat, but I added it. I thought that adding potato starch would make the dough more cohesive. Add beaten egg, salt and pepper, grated garlic, ginger, and soy sauce. Mix well. You may not need potato starch and eggs. Wipe the water out of the lotus root thoroughly. Place the meat beaten into pieces and pan fry. Add oil to taste. I cut the lotus root very thin so they cook quickly. Add a little sake and cover with a lid and cook. Water is fine. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes, then add the sauce seasoning directly into the pan. Add sugar and soy sauce. When the sauce is well mixed with the lotus root, it's ready to serve. Next, let's make Japanese-style rolled omelette. By the way, the square fry pan and small mixing bowl are my recommended cooking tools, and there is a link to them in the description section if you are interested. You can also find the seasonings needed to make the recipes on my channel on the same page. Please check the link My Tools and Seasonings in the description section. Finally, let's make 3 kinds of onigiri. Let the rice cool thoroughly before making onigiri. First, I'm going to use salmon flakes and shiso leaves. White sesame seeds also go well with these. Mix well. Make onigiri as large as you like. It's easier to use plastic wrap. The second uses edamame and salted kombu. When using salted kombu, I often use a set of sesame oil. Edamame is a good choice because it provides protein and is rich in vitamins. The last one is a plain type of onigiri. After wrapping the nori, put the pickled plum, umebashi on top. Small piece of nori were wrapped around the salmon onigiri. It's hard to neatly place 3 onigiri in a bento box. Place side dishes around the onigiri to fill in the gaps. Umebashi onigiri is my husband's favorite. Next one is pork fillet Katsu bento. These are Japanese-style pickles I made the day before. I always use daikon radish, but you can also make it with carrot or celery. Add rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. Shake the mixture well so that the sugar and salt dissolve well. At this point, the daikon is not completely submerged in the liquid, but after a while, the water will be released from the daikon and the liquid will be just right. You can soak overnight in the fridge or for 1 to 2 hours. Next, use the peppers to make a healthy side dish. Cut them in half like this and remove the seeds. Carefully cut a slit with a fruit knife. It's tasty with meat stuffed inside, but today we are going to use this Shan-tan for a healthier alternative. Shan-tan is very fluffy fish cake. It's usually served in oden or fried with butter and soy sauce. Place in the bowl and mash lightly with a fork. Add a little Shan-tan. Add the salmon flake. Instead of salmon, you can add crispy bacon, ham, corn, or cheese. Add Parmesan cheese. Omit if adding other cheese. Add a little potato starch to make it hold together well. After mixing well, stuff this Shan-tan into the peppers that have been wiped dry. Fill to the top. Today's pork cutlet unusually uses pork fillet instead of pork loin. My husband has recently been trying to cut fat, so I bought some pork fillet. Sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides and coat with flour. Butter has recently stabilized at this amount. You can make butter with just flour and water. Dip into the butter and coat thoroughly with the panko. Fry these as usual, about 3 minutes on each side. I thought it might be insufficient compared to the loin, but it was very tasty and filling, so I will make this again. After wiping the oil clean, cook the peppers. I thought about going without oil, but ended up adding a little. The Shan-tan were charred in a nice way. The peppers are cooked by thoroughly rotating them. This is tasty on its own because of the flavor of the stuffing inside, but it's also good with a little soy sauce on top. Packing into the bento box. Boiled eggs, broccoli, and cherry tomatoes are prepared. The pickles turned out well. Put tonkatsu sauce and white sesame. Add a little cheese to the peppers and top with parsley. The last one is mini sandwich bento. We make cute sandwiches with 3 different kinds of salad and shrimp. First is a salad made with potatoes. You may boil potatoes in a pot, but I don't want to wash the pot, so I always cook them in the microwave. With this quantity, you only need to heat it up for about 5 minutes at 500 watt. Cucumbers are cut to waste. This way it looks better. These very thinly cut cucumbers are used for potato salad. Sprinkle salt over the cucumbers to release the moisture. Leave for 2 to 3 minutes. When potatoes are tender, mash them with a fork. Cut ham into small pieces and add. You can also add crispy bacon. When the cucumbers are moistened, squeeze them out with your hands and add them to the bowl. You do not need to rinse the salt out of the cucumber. You can add a nice amount of salt to the potatoes. Add mayonnaise, black pepper, and sugar. If you can get Japanese mayonnaise, please use it. It's very tasty. Taste and add a little more salt and pepper if not enough. Shrimp are cooked in a fry pan. Add a little sake to remove the smell. Add a little garlic, salt and pepper, soy sauce. I forgot to oil the pan, so I added a little olive oil here. While the shrimp are cooking, the flavor will soak in. The next salad uses boiled eggs. Add salt and pepper. Today I wanted to add a different flavor, so I added a little bit of curry powder. Add sugar and mayonnaise. Mix well. My husband really liked the curry flavor. The last one is a salad using canned tuna. I use it after draining the oil thoroughly. If you have one, add Karaage, Japanese mustard. Add soy sauce, sugar, and mayonnaise. It's also tasty with wasabi instead of mustard. Today we will cut this small hot dog bun into even smaller pieces and make mini sandwiches. Make a small slit like this. You may spread a light mayonnaise before adding the ingredients. Add plenty of egg salad. Combine ham and lettuce for the perfect coloring. Sliced cherry tomatoes are combined with cucumbers. Let's combine the shrimp we cooked earlier with this cream cheese. I love this tuna sandwich. The tuna is topped with a pretty tomato. I forgot that I had made potato salad and rushed to pack it in. A sandwich bento box with a little bit of each of the various varieties is now ready to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video.